Alright, I'm trying this again. I just recorded a 20-minute video. I was mouth breathing the entire time. I got allergies. I'm sorry. If you catch me mouth breathing, that's on me. I can't breathe out my nose, so forgive me for that. This is for the Honeycomb Options Discord. If you've been in there for any length of time, you'll know everybody loves my charts. I have not been too active this last week, so I'm getting back into it. Best way to do that is through teaching. So I'm going to do a quick video here, kind of show you what I'm seeing on SPY, what I called out earlier. Earlier I said I wanted to see around 507. Pretty shortly after, we came down and tapped 507.20. I think the low was 507.25. I said I wanted to see 506, 507 area, and pretty much got it. So I'm gonna kind of call out why I saw that, what I'm seeing, what I did see, and why it did end up playing out. So I like to post my lines very simply. I don't have any crazy lines. I have very simple, easy to see lines, but I just like to show you why I put them where I do, and that is not where I put my lines at. So to go on to a better time frame, I think I liked 30-minute here. No, it's 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour time frame. I like to catch the bottom of the bodies, and the reason I like the bottom of the bodies is because it is actually where price went to. It is not where price tried to get to and failed. Bodies are actually where price rejected, where price stopped, like all that. I like the bodies way more. The reason I put my lines on the bodies is because I get the most like plays that play out in my favor. I'm the most accurate when I play bodies and not wicks. And if I go to a lower time frame, you're also going to see that had I put my line on like where the wicks would go, it's just weird. I don't like wicks. So that little rant over. Um, I put my lines kind of where the bodies touch the most. I don't do just like any low, any high. I like to put where the actual bodies are touching, to get the most accurate kind of lines. And I mean that as instead of pulling like this low and dragging it kind of like to the next like wick low or whatever, that is a channel right there. I mean, it is still part of the channel. It's just not as accurate for me. And I feel like this whole area that I'll get onto later looks like it's still in the zone when for me it's really not. So you'll see I put my lines right here actually. And we're tapping at one, two, three, kind of four, five, six, wick down to it, seven, eight, nine, 10, blah, blah. A lot of times. So these are where the bodies are coming to. Like the bodies are hitting these. Some of them are wicks, but the bodies are close. I don't like putting lines where the wicks are. But what I see here is I see a rising wedge after a very impulsive move up. Um, we came down, we bull flagged right here. So if you guys want to see that, put my on the most consistent bodies, and we have our bull flag right there. So that's where I see my bull flags. If some candles poke out, that's totally fine. Where this one kind of poked, these candles poked out from this line right here, they're still part of like that kind of bull flag. So we've got this rising wedge and then bull flag that it broke out of. So these top bodies, we poked out here, kind of poked out here, but there's no like super high volume that pushed us out and gave us any strength. We stayed really consistently inside this rising wedge. And the reason that I talked about earlier about this whole area is when you play the bodies and we follow the bodies up, what I'm seeing right here is I'm seeing a break and a retest of this wedge. Like this is pretty bearish to me. Um, we are currently in after hours and we are trying to get under this 21 EMA. If we get under the 21 EMA, that'd be really nice if we can get some impulsive aftermarket volume, which would be like a total of like 37 people. But but yeah, you get it. Get under the EMAs. I'd like to see like at least down to here where the bodies came to. Even this first very big candle. I like to see really impulsive big candles retraced like this. You can see this one got retraced. This red one. Um, this red one back here. We gapped up, but we kind of retraced. We came back above it. Um, any impulsive moves, SPY really likes to retrace them. Big candle up. We came back down, retraced it. So I'm waiting for this big green candle to kind of get retraced, kind of pulled back down to hopefully at least like 508.30 would be definitely ideal. In the other recording I just did, I was thinking out loud, so I'm trying to kind of just make this one a lot more condensed. I see a rising wedge here on this 8 hour, and I like the 8 hour because the candles are a lot more fluid. The 1 day, there's a lot of like holes and gaps. I just don't like it as much. So I do see this kind of like bear flag right here after the news from the war. More of like a wedge, but we tap it top, bottom, kind of bouncing, and now we're breaking out. The reason I'm not hyper bullish on this is because we don't have a ton of like convincing volume. We're getting kind of some dojis, like low volume dojis, like high volume doji right there, but like we're really not doing anything. We're not moving too much, which concerns me because it's showing me there's not too much strength. We did finally come back to kind of retest the bottom of this. I would like if a full candle, if our next candle can be like a red candle that comes down to ideally like the 9 EMA, then that could be a bounce, a retest, like a true retest to bounce. That would be very nice. Then I'd be watching this level right here. I'd hope that we can get kind of above 513.50 for true like bullish momentum. I still think we are in a bull market. Um, I would love to see this play out bullish though. That would be great. Um, Bearish indicators going the wrong way. It's always fun because it gives you extra confluence that it is bullish. We have the 9 crossing the 21. So it is pretty bullish, but I'm not bullish yet just because I'm still kind of scared of how slow we're moving right here. If we could get a nice retest and pop, that'd be great. So even though the 1 hour I'm pretty bearish on, doesn't mean I can't be bullish on a higher time frame. So we could see all of tomorrow, not that we completely dump tomorrow, but we could see like a walk down tomorrow. Um, and a pretty boring day, honestly. Um, Hopefully not. I mean, there is a few dollars of movement in there, but we could just see a day where we kind of trickle down, or we could see a super impulsive move down to kind of like this 200 EMA down here, like 505, 506, or even down to this level right here where we see back here a lot of bodies and candles, or sorry, a lot of bodies and wicks kind of trying to get through here and they couldn't. So I do like this level. I do like this area. Very bullish if we're under this. Very bullish to bounce. If we get under this, very bearish. But I am bullish long term. But tomorrow I am pretty bearish because we just broke this wedge, and looks like we're about to start coming back down after retesting it. Um, that's pretty much everything I went over in that 20-minute video I just recorded. I do want to see a break and retest right here. I know I said it multiple times, but like I need a retest. If we can get a impulsive candle up and this kind of be our retest, that would be great. But I hate all these dojis. Tomorrow could be super green, honestly, but I don't think so. I'm taking an anomaly to do that. But if we could get ideally up to probably 514.50 and then come back down to like 512.50, do something kind of like that. That's super bullish for me. I think we go up after that. I think we're just kind of climbing these steps. Hopefully some new all-time highs or something. But I am bullish on the 8-hour chart, kind of slash 1 day. I like the 8 hour more. But sorry, I don't know where I ended off. My dad walked into my room. But yeah, whatever I was talking about, I would love to see a pullback tomorrow. So bearish for tomorrow, but ultimately on a higher time frame, I'm very bullish. I really hope we can hold. I really hope we can hold above. Well, actually, let me correct myself. I'm very bullish if we can hold the top of this wedge. If we come back into it, and ultimately come down and through the bottom, that's extremely bearish. I'd be expecting to see like 500, even that 480, 495, 490, or even that daily or that 8-hour 200 EMA, which is down, probably climb up to like probably around that 495 area. So bear case, extreme bear case is like 495 again, which to be honest, I don't see that happening. We got a lot of support on the bottom. Sorry, my chart's a mess. This is all like day trading, so it looks a lot better on the 5-minute. But now that I'm swinging, now I'm trading the swinging. Now I'm changing the swinging, so you can see why my levels are a lot more basic when I'm swinging. I'm just waiting for a break and a retest to enter, Like I'll tell you guys right now, if we get above to like 515 ish, even above this 513 area at all, and come back and hold this zone right here, I'm gonna be loading some calls right here. When we once we get a high volume break, actually I'm gonna have confirmation. I'll be loading calls like right here once we get a high volume break, um, and I'll trim probably right around 516.73 where these bottom of these bodies are, kind of where these came up to. So this little area right here. Um, that would be my first major trim, and second major trim is going to be kind of on top over here, where all these bodies are coming to. Right there, bounced, came through, failed, bounced, held, worked off of. So this kind of area right here. If we get above this and we retest this, I'd be watching like 523, 524, even new all-time highs like literally like 529, 530. It's possibilities are endless above here. But yeah, 8 hour is a pretty bull case right now. Pretty bullish if we can hold above this. This is a lot of speculation, so this is not financial advice whatsoever. This is for paper traders or entertainment purposes only. Um, but this is kind of what I want to see play out. I want to see a dip rip on the 8 hour / 1 day time frame. That would be absolutely optimal for me. Um, like I said, if we get under this 9 EMA, if we get a fat close for some reason tomorrow through this 9 EMA, um, and we can get through or to the 20, I'd be watching the 21. Um, that's going to kind of be my final resort of strength, because these are going to probably line up the bottom of this zone, or this wedge / the 21 EMA. So that's going to be a pretty strong area right there. If we get through that, I'm bearish, but to be honest, I think we're bullish right now. So I just keep that in mind. Um, watch your levels, play what you know, but I'm just trying to here to kind of help you with charting. A lot of people love my charts. It's really not that difficult. Just find the most common lows. It's okay if things poke out or stick out as long as they don't hold out or make a huge drop like that did. Then it doesn't mean we're breaking and retesting. Because if you look right here, you say like, oh, we broke out and now we're retesting, and let's say you took puts right here. It's just well, that's overnight, but let's say this was during the day. There's just like no volume there. We ended up bringing it back and rocketing up. We tapped that, tried to get through right here, came back up. We just really staying in this tight little range and tightened up so much to the point where we eventually broke down, and now we're having a massive drop and then a pretty massive retrace / retest. So I do want to see us get under these EMAs for a bearish case, and see if we can come down to like here, so that we can pop all the way back up to 600, 700 on SPY, because that'd be great. I'm just kidding. New all-time highs. That'd be great. But yeah, let me know if y'all need anything else charted. This was just for SPY. I'm sorry if I've been mic breathing or mouth breathing, bro. I tried another video. It was terrible, so I moved my mic away. Hopefully it's not as bad. But forgive me, and just let me know if y'all need anything else.